The Tyrone Trice Kevin Pompey bout stands out as one of ESPN's more memorable fights from the early 1990s. Pompey, known as the Troy Tiger, served as a sparring partner for Meldrick Taylor. He was a fighter whose skill exceeded what his record suggested. He was a fundamentally sound, hard-nosed spoiler, and his most notable victories were over Buck Smith and Harold Brazier. But Pompey had numerous ill-timed losses that prevented him from ever breaking into the rankings. In the opposite corner is Tyrone Trice. He was a tall and rangy fighter who had been boxing since the age of 11, and by 1983 he was one of the top amateur junior welterweights in the world. He fought out of Milwaukee before joining the Kronk Gym for a period of time. He had a great fight against Simon Brown for the vacant IBF welterweight title in a losing effort before becoming self-managed. Around 1991, he struggled with anonymity for the rest of his career, having to go overseas to France to get fights, and the losses began to pile up when he moved up in weight. But on this night, their styles meshed well, and the performance was good enough to be named Atlantic City's Fight of the Year for 1990.
November 20th, 1987. He's been in France. He was in France all of 1988. And then in 1989, fought March 25th in Casablanca, Morocco. That's his only fight, though, of 1989.
Although he said to me this morning that he's had some other fights that he said weren't recorded. He almost indicated he wanted to be in anonymity. Which is in stark contrast to the criticism of us for not talking about him enough.
You fight in Casablanca, you're anonymous.
That's just true. It's hard to get a visa to get out, as Humphrey Bogart found out.
That's right.
These early rounds, I think, pivotal for Kevin Pompey. This 24-year-old knows he's in against a guy who's better. And Pompey having a tough time hitting him to the body and the head.
Trice's only two losses were by way of the knockout. As you mentioned, Simon Brown knocked him out in that title fight back in April of 1988. Freddie Pendleton knocked him out in one round, but that was way back in 1984, and it was only his seventh fight.
And there's no shame in losing to Freddie Pendleton. He's fighting Pernell Whitaker for the lightweight championship on February 3rd in the undercard of Camacho and Pazienza.
Trice has been very close on that uppercut on numerous occasions, and as you can see, Trice 31 knockouts in his 34 fights.
That's really the key difference in this bout. I'll tell you what, though, he has hit Pompey already with some very big punches, and Kevin hasn't budged. Oh, excellent body work by Trice.
Pretty effective, too. Pompey trying to fight back, though. Neither man's been hurt.
Kevin also committed to doing a lot of body work, but his just hasn't been as effective as Tyrone Trice.
Pompey, should you be wondering, has been knocked out once in his career, but that was also early in his career in his 8th fight against Warren Nelson right here in Atlantic City. Since that time, though, he has been right on and on his feet.
Trice is setting up the straight right very well with his jab, and he's landed some extremely good rights. Kevin Pompey has taken him, but they've been there for Trice.
The right hand by Pompey.
They want Pompey to really double up with that left hook when he's on the inside. He's been doing that yet. Here's the hook by Kevin.
Pompey trying to work inside, trying to get inside. That hasn't always been easy, though, for him.
There's Pompey ripping left hooks. And there's the right. His left hook's not as powerful as Trice, but he's got a good one.
He's got into the right hand a couple times in this round, too.
And finally unveils his own uppercut.
Pompey actually getting the better of this.
Trice not throwing as many punches off those ropes as he did earlier.
Now Pompey steps back and lets Trice off the ropes.
Rare that you see two men in a boxing match as committed to body work as we've seen Pompey and Trice.
Yeah, both of them are. Good right hand by Trice there. And I'm sure the body punches of each man would wear down a lesser opponent, but as you said earlier, both these fighters just in impeccable condition.
Against the ropes like this, I think there's a ploy, a good uppercut by Trice. Will it be a ploy that will stand him in good stead?
He's been looking to find a home for that uppercut since the fight started.
Good defense by Trice on the ropes, though. Blocking a lot of the shots that Kevin Pompey is throwing. But Pompey also blocking shots and lands his own overhand and keeps him in the corner. Nice move by Kevin Pompey. Very nice move. A veteran's move.
Pompey clearly getting the better of it there. Trice not being hurt by anything and trying to fight off the ropes, but Trice's punches being caught on Pompey's gloves and Pompey getting there both to the body and the head.
And there finally, Trice gets away from that corner. Interesting sequence over there in that corner. And if you look back for moments in a bout and say, where was the time when a guy might have gained some confidence? Pompey might have gained confidence there. But look, Trice turns it around.
Trice got through the gloves of Pompey that time.
And Trice is now doing exactly to Pompey what Pompey did to him, keeping him in that corner. Now finally, Pompey moves out. Watch them work.
That is, Pompey, as a matter of fact, has only had 19 fights, but he just comes across like a much more experienced fighter. Good right hand again by Pompey. Nothing causing any real damage, but nonetheless, Pompey doing enough work. And he's had two very successful rounds in a row. We'll be back.
What we have, titles and all the rest aside, are two boxers who are plying their craft quite well. Even if this isn't one of those wildly exciting matches where everybody's getting hit every 2 seconds, the fact is there's a good right hand by Pompey. The fact is these are men that know what they're doing. It's part of the reason why they're not getting hit every 2 seconds. They're landing their share.
That's absolutely right. This falls into the category of good fight.
Just when Pompey comes on, Tyrone Trice showing why he is a top contender and a very potential champion, always comes back with something special. Oh, those are really brutal body shots by Pompey. I mean, he is getting everything into those shots.
He's just doing a terrific job in this fight, and that's to take nothing away from Tyrone Trice.
Because you know what? Kevin Pompey we've seen him in recent fights, he has elevated his performance, even if he doesn't win here tonight.
Absolutely.
Oh, man, he is wailing away to the body.
Good shots, a good round for Kevin Pompey. We'll be back.
Is more than enough. And the Trice uppercut, which we talked about earlier, has become really a big weapon here in the last round or two.
I do feel that cut is bothering Kevin Pompey. And we come toward the end of the 7th round. There's going to be a lot of conversation in the corner of Kevin Pompey.
An issue. Pompey's been dominated the last several rounds, but has shown a little bit more fire here.
Trice pressuring Pompey more than he has. Still working the body well.
A couple of those straying low.
Yes, they were.
Triple jab by Trice. Not everyone getting in, but a couple getting in.
Pompey looking as though he's trying to load up a little bit more. Got there with the right hand.
His right hand has not been able to hurt Trice. He's landed it some, but Pompey's really pushing his right hand.
Yeah, I was just going to say, he's starting to look a little bit tired.
Punch, you had a little more snap on it before.
Getting hit a lot more now, too.
It's been a war of attrition, really. And it just looks as though it's taken more of a toll on Pompey. We talked a lot about the body work Kevin was doing early. Trice has been equally committed to the body, and I think maybe having even more impact with that attack.
So round 9 belonging to Tyrone Trice also, and he is really starting to take control. Pompey looks just a little bit tired. And as you can see, Trice has been very active, very busy.
He's been much more active. The amount landed isn't that huge a margin, but when a guy throws twice the number of punches almost as his opponent, you got to look at that and say, chances are he's going to be ahead, because some of those are going to land. I think the body work's really bothering Kevin Pompey, what Trice has done down there.
Good right hand by Trice. Pompey got there with a looping right hand of his own, but Trice clearly the bigger puncher. I think that right-handed Trice might have hurt Pompey a minute ago.
You know, Kevin Pompey's really a tough guy. I mean, he is a committed, dedicated athlete who is focused. He's just in there with a guy who seems to be a little bit better. Tyrone Trice just has lots of skills and a lot of power.
And almost twice the experience.
Yeah, also a key factor. Tell you what, I'd like to see Tyrone Trice face one of those welterweight champions.
Yes.
If he would win here, Simon Brown, Marlon Starling, Mark Breland. They claim they've tried to get Breland in the ring to no avail.
That'd be an interesting fight, I think.
Oh, yeah. Be a very tough fight for Mark Breland, I got to tell you. Good combinations by Trice.
Right hand by Pompey, but Trice did not take a step back.
Although I'm sure Mark Breland's sitting there thinking, hey, guess what? If I hit him with those right hands, Trice is going to feel a little bit more than Kevin Pompey. And landing his share. Oh, nice right.
Again.
That was a real good right hand.
But again, he hasn't forced Trice to take a backward step.
Trice disdaining even bringing the left hand up. More content to go on offense. Oh, wow.
That one staggered him. That one did hurt him.
Yes.
Trice holds on
Yes.
into trouble. Pompey now moves in. It will not take much, but look at the time. Only 10 seconds left. Trice holding on.
Right. For dear life.
He's still hurt. Pompey trying to jump on him before the end of the round. Gets one more shot in, but Trice gets through it.
Tyrone Trice is walking around. I don't know if he was sure where his corner was. And I'll tell you, that's a close round. Even though Kevin Pompey hurt him badly toward the end of the round, Trice was really doing a number on him through the first half of the round.
Now this next round will be a huge test for both these guys. We'll see what Pompey left in that rally. And we'll see how much he took out of this man.
Here is where the right hand hurt
We need tape,
Trice.
gentlemen.
He got overconfident because he had taken 3 or 4 of those right hands and it didn't bother him. He thought, he's not going to hurt me with the right hand. Well, boy, oh boy, that one did.
It's a real delayed reaction on the part of Trice also. 11th round scheduled for 12. Pompey starts out with a right hand.
Pompey has never been this distance before.
And as you can see, this indicates the point you were making earlier. Pompey not as busy.
Yeah, Trice landed a lot more, really. Makes you difficult to give the round to Pompey. I ended up doing it because I really thought he had such a good rally in the last minute and a half. Not just the part where he hurt him.
Pompey can come up with the same kind of punch he hit him with the last time. That could be enough.
at least maybe to put to all. But look, Tyrone Trice hurt him
badly. Got a little careless.
Tremendous right hand by Tyrone Trice.
And Pompey is hurt. Still hurt.
Boy, this is like his fight with Simon Brown. Trice, a warrior, coming back here. Even though it was Brown that ultimately ended up winning that battle.
Stop pushing down. Let's go.
Good move by Arthur McKinney. Instead of taking another point away, he opted to give Trice another warning. Trice knows if he does. Oh, man, look at Pompey with that double right. I mean, Kevin Pompey was hurt badly in this round.
Yeah, I thought he was gone, as a matter of fact, but he came back strongly.
This already an early contender for our ESPN fight of the year, I'll tell you.
Absolutely.
It was a battle of skills for the first 8 rounds, and it's become a war in the last 3 or 4. Tough rounds to score. Pompey hurt early in this round, coming back.
Pompey was doing a little bit more here. Just a great fight. And again, a right hand by Trice. The mouthpiece of Pompey goes.
Stop. Mouthpiece. Where's that mouthpiece?
They're going to stop it for the mouthpiece.
A rule now here in New Jersey, and boy, that came at an opportune time.
No mouthpiece. Is it washed clean? Let's go.
Not a good time for Tyrone Trice.
Okay, fellas.
But a good time for Pompey.
A real break for Kevin Pompey. He was stung again by Trice. Inside of 10 seconds remaining in this 11th round.
Great uppercut by Trice after 3 straight jabs. This is a war, and it is a superb boxing match.
Absolutely.
Doesn't get much better.
Good shot again by Pompey.
Let's break. Let's go. Fight.
We come to the end of the Pompey just reaching down, Trice holding on.
Kevin Pompey came out wailing here in the 12th.
What a gutty effort by both men.
Really superb. You hate to sit here and be overly praiseful, but my gosh, they've been superb.
Oh, it's a terrific fight.
And Tyrone Trice, man, this was no easy tune-up for him.
Oh, I don't see how you could even describe it as a tune-up.
No way.
Test.
It is a test. He's going to earn it if he gets into a championship match here through this. I've got Trice winning 106-103. It could be closer than that.
I think Pompey thinks he's got to get Trice out of there.
Yeah, I believe he does too. That's why he came out firing here in the 12th. I'll tell you what, Kevin Pompey has made himself a marketable welterweight, and off this performance, they ought to rank him in the top 10, one way or the other, win, lose, or draw.
Trice started to walk away from Pompey, and Pompey caught him with a hook and then a right hand.
That overhand right again, I think, stunned Trice a little bit. Oh, look at the combinations they're throwing in the 12th round, and most of those are delivered technically correctly and with a lot of power.
Both men still seem to have a little left. Every time it looks like one or the other is tired, they both come back.
Tremendous body punches. You know, it's hard to believe there's a minute left in this 12th round. Why not?
Pompey got there with a left hand again, and so does Trice, and Pompey right back with a right hand.
And wouldn't a knockdown of either man be a key moment? Both are tired and both are getting hit with bombs. It could happen.
20 seconds left in the fight.
That left hook by Pompey was really a solid punch.
There won't be a knockout in this fight, but it'll sure end with a flourish. It's over. What a fight.
Nice one, fellas. Great fight. You're great, courageous fighters.
Well, just a terrific fight between Tyrone Trice and Kevin Pompey. Back with the decision right after this.
Here's the official scoring, ladies and gentlemen. Al DeVito scores about 114 to 113. John Riley and Frank J. Cairo each score at 115 to 112 for the winner, who will now have the WBA America's welterweight title, Tyrone Trice.
Well, I don't think it's a great surprise that Tyrone Trice won the fight, but I'll tell you, this is one of those fights there simply was not a loser.